Fado is a Portuguese music that is often associated with pubs, cafes, and restaurants. It is known for its expressive and melancholic character. The lyrics often speak about the realities of life, talking about both resignation and hopefulness. Fado can also be described as saudade, a Portuguese word which means longing or feeling of loss. The music is performed by either a female or a male vocalist, accompanied by one or two guitars, one or two violas, and perhaps also a viola baixo. There are two varieties of fado. The first one is Lisbon Fado. Lisbon Fado is a more well-known style of fado music that can be sung by any gender. It has roots in social contexts that are set in marginality and transgression. Lisbon Fado often appealed to those in the working class fields. This style started getting popular in the early 1900s. It arose in Alfama district, an area that was a nexus of Iberian, South American, particularly Brazilian, and African people and traditions. Fado arose from the combination of dance traditions that circulated in that time, such as the Afro-Brazilian wandam, the Brazilian fado, distinct from the song genre that bears the same name, the fofa, which was common both in Portugal and in Brazil, and the Spanish fandango, with modinha, a type of Portuguese and Brazilian art song. The second one is Coimbra. Coimbra Fado is related to the academic traditions of the University of Coimbra that only can be sung by males. It also called Canção de Coimbra, or Songs of Coimbra. This style often talks about finding hope in every hardships. The performers, including the singers and other musicians, will wear the traditional academic wardrobe. This costume consists of dark robes, capes, and leggings. The performance of Coimbra Fado is shown at night time on the street or in the city square. Coimbra Fado is more appealing to the privileged classes than Lisbon Fado. The first Fado records in Portugal are believed to have been produced in the early 20th century, but Fado didn't gain popularity until the 1940s. It found some difficulties in 1926 because of the censorship that caused major changes to urban entertainment. Between 1940 until 1960, the number of Portuguese musicians specializing in fado multiplied excessively. Well-known fadistas or fado musicians such as Amália appeared as she introduced fado to a global stage. Fado eventually found its place in homes across Portugal through radio, and in the 1990s, it found its place in the world music circuits. Although there are many fadistas or fado musicians such as Judith and Holofernes, Max, Carlos Ramos and Celeste Rodriguez, Dos Pontes, Marisa, and Katia Guerreiro, there is Amalia Rodriguez. She is previously known as the Rainha do Fado or Queen of Fado, who initially pushed the genre's boundaries that helped it develop and define it into what it is today. Portugal mourned for 3 days after her death, and as one of the nation's icons, she was buried in the National Pantheon in Lisbon. The new Queen of Fado is Marisa, a multiple Grammy nominee and a winner of the BBC Best European Act Award. She represents a contemporary interpretation of this old musical tradition and has performed on the David Letterman show. Along the years, a new wave of fado musicians have introduced new sounds to the genre, including the creation of a fusion, which still hasn't changed the character of fado. Most recently, in 2011, UNESCO granted fado music World Heritage status as an urban Lisbon song, symbolic of the city and country. It doesn't end there, as the story of fado music will continue to evolve.